Well guys, it's Saturday morning. I don't know, it's like September 10th. Got my gas station coffee. Got the old $200 truck. And as you can see, the old $200 Ford is doing just fine. And we're on our way to Leadfoot Paint and Body to see my best friend Josh. And we're gonna get started on his new project car.
Well, here we go, let's get those wheels out on the road. It may get dusty, but that's the way she goes. We'll build some greasy old cars and drink our AGD. Hey, don't you know, it's partly built.
I think we got a project in the works over there for him that I think some people are gonna like quite a bit. He came out and visited during Miles of Mayhem when we were at the Forestburg track, and after all the stories I told him last year and all the stories I was telling him this year, he looked at me and he said, I want to do this next year. Let's build a car and do this. So we got an evil plan that we're going to do our best to execute. It's not going to be anything super fast, but it should be the only one like it there. So make sure to watch the rest of this video and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And hey, if you like it, subscribe. We're almost to 500 subscribers, so you know, we're pretty important, we're pretty popular guys. Anyway, I'm about 25 minutes from Josh's place, and when I get there, I'll show you what's going on. Well, I just so happen to have the Draggy with me. And this just so happens to be the exact same spot that I tested it out on the Galaxy. So let's see how the bone stock 1996 300 inline 6 truck keeps up with the very slow 66 Galaxy here, shall we? Well, there you go. She's definitely not quick. 0 to 60, 15.19 seconds. Quarter mile in 19.85. I thought this would have been faster than the Galaxy, but we might have to look at the charts to be able to tell. Well, there you have it. The Galaxy's 0 to 60, 12.27. The truck, 15.19. That honestly surprises me. I would have thought that the truck would have been quicker. It definitely feels quicker. Roughly 1.2 seconds difference between the two as well. So, I don't know. I guess the Galaxy's way faster than I thought it was. I'm gonna have to try this thing out in the Honda, because the Honda, I think, is honestly the slowest vehicle I have. And we'll see how it does too. Josh's place is like a junkyard for my old garbage. Like, that was my high school truck. Well, what's left of it. All right, we had to stop by Josh's parents' farm here and grab some supplies like a tractor and a compressor and some booster cables. And we're gonna go get the possible donor vehicle for the powertrain here. Oh, and we had to pick up Josh's dog too. But we'll head back to Josh's, grab a couple more things, and then we're off to resurrect the donor vehicle. Look at that unit in there. Well, Josh, what can you tell us about your sweet donor car here? I haven't actually told anyone what it's going in yet. I figured we'd show that when we get back to your place.
Well, I think we should see if it runs and drives, maybe. You got the master mechanic here.
We got the master mechanic here. We actually thought it was a 2.2, but we're kind of excited it's a 2.4. That means more horsepower.
Perhaps.
But look at this. Perfectly, like, it's been parked for what, 4 or 5 years?
No, this is a barn find. We just found.
Yeah, just barn found with the sunroof open, so of course there's no mice in it at all. It's not disgusting at all. It doesn't stink. 3 out of 4 tires were flat. but they all seem to be holding there now. So I think we're gonna drag it back a little bit. Yeah, I can get my truck. Actually, we'll just fold the steps up and I'll get my truck in here and we'll see if we can't boost this thing. Kyle didn't like my truck, so we had to get his truck now. I'm not going to say that this thing wouldn't have started, but the key was left on, so probably not much hope there. I'm going to let you drive it, Josh, just because it's disgusting.
Well, you can take Jason your truck.
Okay.
He doesn't need to get antibiotics.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Just throw him in Kyle's for now.
Oh, you can do that. Actually, yeah. Well, he'll probably fucking put it in gear. Okay, he'll probably end up driving away. Are you on?
Yeah, he's on.
You're on?
Yep. I might have to wiggle him.
She's digging.
Oh, interior lights. Might want to open your window. It's a little gross in here. Wipers work. They're
Oh, shit.
they're in the console.
Keep your kid there.
Oh, it's taped. Hang on. Let me free it. There. It's better. There. Oh, there. We solved that problem. Oh, look at that. Crank's good. Hi, puppy.
You monkey.
Try it again, Josh. Oh, it's getting close. Is there a Schrader valve on this fuel system? If there is, I don't know where. So yeah, it's good. It's ready for boost. It's already got the vacuum reference regulator right on the rail. Might want to turn your wipers off. They stay on. I could pull the fuse for that. Did we ever check the oil? Listen to this thing. Is the alternator working? It must be because it's still running. Sounds like it's running on 3 cylinders. Yeah, you put exhaust on your truck and it's still quieter, Kyle. Oh, good Lord. Oh, man. This is going to be a whip. Yeah, it's got a slight misfire. It might be that old fuel because it's shaking pretty hard. Oh, mint condition hood. Paint matched fender. A nice jacking point.
Good.
It's okay, I know a body guy. He can take this dent out for you.
I doubt it. Could be 8 back here.
It does sound kind of like Kyle's truck idling in here. Or at least half of it. Oh, that's the wipers. I'm like, what is the squeak thump? Squeak thump. What a whip. Smokes a little. A Z24 even. She is just a race car. Whew, I can smell the mice from here. It's a little rough out there. I like the steering wheel cover caught in the door.
No, that's there because it had an air leak.
Oh.
And it was pissing me off.
Strategic. Well, the good news is there's a bottle of water there if you get thirsty.
Yeah.
And maybe some old snacks.
Hydration is key.
All right, Josh, you better take... I'd open that other window too, just for a little fresh air in there before you die. Oh, there you go. Oh, that was safe from the mice. I see the poop on top because you had the shade closed. It's definitely running on 3. I should tell him I've raced out in that field before. I know it's a little rough out there. Just getting a little air. I tell you what, it runs great on 3 cylinders.
No, that didn't clean it out, nothing will.
Oh God, I can smell the mouse nest in the exhaust burning. I like the wipers, they work really well. Like better than on my truck. Oh yeah, you can still go to Nate. We'll see if we can't follow Mr. Cavalier back to Josh's place and see if it wants to run any better. What a unit. All right, Josh, so what's your project here? What's your plan?
Well,
hey, it's a nice Galaxy. Did you buy that?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, I missed that car. Oh, what's this?
So the Cavi is gonna be a heart donor for this turd. And we'll see if we can make this turd go fast.
This is a unit. What year is this thing? Like a 72 or a 74? I think it's like a 74 Super Beetle. Look how clean this interior is. That my Deep Creep still?
Yep.
So the story with this thing is a guy I work with picked up this Beetle and another one, but he didn't want this one. So I took Josh's money and bought it for him. And then I actually got it running. It had a seized engine. Look at that beautiful little 1500cc mill. But yeah, it had a seized engine. So I actually filled her full of diesel and freed her up and drove it around a little bit. Look at that nice Weber carb on there.
Just ready to come out.
Yeah, just for us to be able to gut it. What a unit. I love it. Yeah, we're definitely having to widen it like a foot. But it's going to have a wide body kit on the back. It's going to look good. The plan is we're probably going to lose most of the back seats, or at least to about here. We'll have to firewall it in. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hood opens good. Oh, it had an oil cooler at the front.
That thing hasn't opened since I got it.
Oh, you know why? I think there's an interior pop on it too. I thought it had an interior pop on it. Nice little dash in this hot rod. All of the old temperature and heater and defrost controls. This thing is such a cute little thing. It's going to be pretty tight quarters for us racing. Oh yeah, that's Josh's plan. This is his Miles of Mayhem rig next year. I think him and I are going to ride together next year. Should be a blast. Let's see if we can't get that frunk open.
And fuel tank.
It's still got the spare in good shape and the fuel tank. And actually, the way the fuel tank is, we might be able to use the factory tank.
That can just stay.
Because if we got rid of the spare, we could put the rad up here. And actually, I noticed this must be for the heater or something. There's like a cooler in the front already.
I think this bumper can come off. We'll run an air dam. Tilt the rad forward so it's pushing right at that.
And even if we had to put some louvers or something in the hood to blow through the rad, I don't think it'd be bad.
Well, this is all garbage anyway, so we could probably open something up here.
Yeah. I forgot how clean this thing actually was. Like, there's holes in the outsides of the rear fenders, but...
Kind of clean, kind of open.
Well, for its age, it's not bad. Because what does it say? Oh yeah, that's the inside of the glove box over there.
Yeah.
I forgot the glove box is missing. So the glove box would actually sit there. That's the inside of the glove box door. Still got washer fluid in it. It's got the old gas heater for the cab.
Yeah, that's going to disappear.
Yeah, we'll get rid of all that. Look at the nice little brake reservoir down in here. And because this is the Super Beetle, it doesn't have that torsion front suspension. It's actually got struts, which is nice. It actually opens this up quite a bit. Got nice new bumper brackets, and it's got new ones on it already.
Probably won't make those.
No, and this had air conditioning too, which was really odd. That's what that was. That's the air conditioning condenser in the front. Because there's all the air conditioning, like the expansion valve and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But all the nice wiring here. And it's, I thought I remembered seeing
Lose some pounds.
the driver's door opens and closes so nice. Oh yeah, there it is. 72, 04 of 72. Gross vehicle weight, 2,800 pounds.
Gonna be a rocket.
Oh man, I love Beetles. And this tire's still holding air. 2-3 years later?
Fuck, it's not that.
34? Yes, 33, 34 inches inside.
So we might not have to space.
Because you gotta remember, your whole engine sits here in a Beetle. Your whole engine sits here. Right?
It'll be good.
Well, the nice thing is once we strip this engine out, and pull the fenders and and gut the pan and the back seat out, we'll be able to see what we're doing. It's already missing the rear bumper, so.
Find somebody that wants a Beetle motor.
I bet you can sell that.
Probably.
Okay.
32.
32 inches?
Ish.
So that should fit in there.
Pretty tight, but it should go. Ultra G to change belts or anything.
Well, it'll be a little bit of work to actually, because of the engine mounts, we're going to have to build some support for this front engine mount.
I'll probably have to move those inner fenders anyway,
Yeah.
so it won't matter. Well, this thing probably won't need really too much for support. It runs on
It's got this, well, there's this one mount here. And that's the thing, we got to figure out where you're going to mount your struts to.
Yeah.
So it would almost be nice to half cut the car, really.
Yeah. Well, that's probably
You think the disc? You think the brakes are bad on this? I remember driving that thing. Brakes were optional.
yeah. Well, at least it'll
But the nice thing is about a Beetle, you can build them out of a catalog, and all the upgrades you can want, right?
Yeah.
The nice thing is too, once you strip some of the garbage off this, it won't be quite so bad. Like by the time you move the battery, you move all this intake crap, get all the brake system out of the way, it'll be and the AC system out of the way, it'll be fairly clean. And once we ditch the air conditioning, it actually frees up more space there too.
Do that quite a bit. Yeah, it does need AC.
And then, well, we should measure your rad here too. So if that's 30 by 18, how does that fit up here? Oh, we got lots of room. As long as we got 30 inches of width, we're good.
Might have to, well, it depends, I guess, how far.
Oh yeah, we can easily fit it in here.
It'll just have to be leaned like right over.
But that's,
have to vent something.
yeah, well, whatever.
Open it right up.
You could put louvers in the top of your hood, have it take air from the bottom and louver it out the hood, because you could put a nice set of louvers in it. You see that all the time, they look nice.
Yes.
The nice thing is this is all solid, but this is all your strength here. So whatever we take out, we have to put in like a mini frame rail setup.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
No. Because it supports your struts, right, is all.
Yeah, but they don't have anything there.
No.
There's no weight here, right?
That's right.
And this is all bad. This is all bent.
Is it bent?
It's been in a wreck.
Is it actually? Oh, it is bent, eh? Well, are you surprised it's been in a wreck?
No.
No, exactly.
It'll just need to be, like it's all starting to...
Yeah, it's just surface rust though. It's okay, I know a body guy.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we're going to get started by stripping down the Cavalier. We have our workbench, Josh's Galaxy, and we have our dumpster. So I think we're going to start stripping here. Okay, so we're making some headway. The stuff we're pretty sure we need to save, we've been throwing in the Beetle. Anything we don't care about, we've been throwing in the back of the truck. we've just about got the rads out. Josh is just getting the cooler lines undone for the tranny. I've got most of the upper harness undone. I'm just going to cut the fuel lines back there because I don't see any quick connects. They must be farther down, and I want to leave the steel lines on the rail as they are, because we can always braze or flare those to go to something else. So I'm going to continue with the fuel lines, and we're going to have to try and thin some of the harness out of here. This is actually for the cruise control, which we're going to try to keep, because we are going to be using the harness from this car in the Beetle and extending and shortening wherever is needed. So we're going to keep tearing, put you back on time lapse. All right, Mr. Foote, how are we making out on your race car here?
Oh, she's pretty lightweight.
Yeah. So we got most of what we need stripped outside, stripped. Now we're going to throw it on the hoist and try and drop the whole subframe out of it. And then, or do we want to put an ass end in first probably, eh? So that we can roll the engine out of the way and then you can grab it with the Bobcat and reef it out.
I'll have to drag it out with something.
All right, so I'll come push on your front bumper. I hope I don't wreck anything.
Yeah, she's pretty mad.
I'll use my race truck here. We'll push her around. And is that door open? Okay.
Yes. I do not recommend Mike Barkley's towing services. He fucking sucks.
Just classing up the joint in here with this hot rod now. You're missing a few pieces here, buddy. You're missing a few pieces. Well, the front end of this car is missing.
In the way.
Oh, look how fancy this is under here.
They bolted the piss out of these.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. So where does the front all bolt in? It doesn't. That's the engine. And then the upper engine mount holds this whole side.
It's the whole.
The other side has this link bar, and that's about it.
Yeah, but that's nothing.
Yeah. So,
More of a skid plate.
all we got to do is cut the exhaust.
Don't even have to cut it.
No, the exhaust really could just go down with it, because there's no. Are there any rear hangers left?
Nope. Well, maybe one.
Because the front hanger's broken right off too.
There's one.
The front hanger's broken right off too.
Yeah.
Or it's been cut or something.
Well, it's a race car. It got modified.
Well, that's true. It is a race car. I'll give you that. Oh, right here. Here's the suspension mount. We got to pull these wheels off. There's some bolts up in the top here. Above, there's a brace. Goes up above the axle shaft. We'll see it easy once we pull the wheels, because we're going to want to pull the wheels anyway. Get them out of our way.
Oh, right there. I see.
Yeah. All right. So this needs to be unhooked. All right. Of course, more of these stupid bloody clamps. All right, we're just starting to undo the subframe bolts here. This one's going to be the funnest.
Yeah, that's gonna be terrible.
Although we can probably get in there with a swivel and an extension, but we should get those right now. First attempt. Not yet. Oh, hang on. Brake lines.
There's some coolant dripping out the back side too.
That's fine. We're not too concerned about that. Go ahead, Josh. Hang on. I think we're good. Keep going. Hold on. Just gotta try and split these brake lines apart from this clamp.
From the clamp?
Just make Kyle do it.
Oh, those two are out.
Oh. Why don't we just cut the zip tie? Here, Kyle. What's that?
I'm pretty much a GM certified jet now.
Well, you really are. Certified in 2000. Hey, I found the quick connect to your fuel line. All right. That's just here. That's just evap. We don't worry about that. Okay. Keep going. That's just the shift cable. Woo-wee. All right, the rest is all on you. See ya. Okay, so Josh is just on his way in with the Bobcat. We're gonna lift this out of here, and we're gonna keep tearing down the car for everything else we need.
Alrighty, so we're gonna fucking section out this Cavalier, make it fit into the back of the Beetle. So I end up cutting pretty well all the way across here because I want to save all these cradle mounts. And obviously back here, And then we'll save these frame rails, and they're all gonna get sectioned back into the back of the Beetle and get rid of a bunch of this extra junk that we don't need, but it'll,
You're gonna keep the strut towers too?
yeah, all our struts and everything are gonna stay. I don't feel like rebuilding them, and this will just make it a lot easier for all the alignment and fitment.
So I think
It'll still be a bit of work, but
we got a bunch of wiring to pull out of it yet, but I think we're gonna start cutting what we can while we got it in the air. And then once we set it down, we'll finish ripping the fenders out of the way and the inner fenders off. But we shouldn't need,
anyway.
other than the shift cable and the wiring harness, we shouldn't really need anything. All right, so we're having lots of success here. This is our shrapnel pile. Turns out we know exactly how to pull a dash apart on a Cavalier.
It involves this.
It involves hammers and pry bars and knives. But I think we pulled out all the wiring we need. We saved the cluster, we pulled the shifter. The rest is just mice garbage. So yeah, that's our scrap pile. You can see we did a really nice job. We pulled the dash in one piece. It's one piece of metal. Now Josh is starting to strip the front end here. There's just one bolt right there on each side.
Yeah, but it's like a rivet.
Anyway, we're gonna keep ripping and tearing. See if we can't section the front half right off this thing. Smile, Kyle. Well, that's what we're gonna call it for today. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, but I think Josh is gonna get it all cut apart tomorrow. And then we're done with it. I got another guy coming. He's gonna take all the rest of it for parts for their race cars. And I think in a couple weeks, we'll get started on the Beetle, eh? That's a plan anyway.
See how it goes.
Do a lot of hacking and cutting and unbolting on that thing too. Yay, more metric bolts.